Hello everyone, I am William Settle and this is Awesome Sauce, a show dedicated to awesome stuff. And boy oh boy do I have an awesome show for you today. This is the very first episode of Awesome Sauce and I aim to make it a special one. Firstly, I just got myself an Xbox One, and I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but I thought I would still share the titles that I'm most excited to play. I also am going to be talking about the current video game state of the Vampire the Masquerade franchise, E3 highlights, some upcoming awesome games, and oh yeah, I'm going to be doing a taste test of a surprise hot sauce live for you all at home. So why don't you kick on back, crack open a nice, cool, refreshing beverage as I flavor up this video with an ample serving of awesome sauce. So first up, I just got an Xbox One, hell of a deal from my brother. Thank you, Chris, if you're watching. And since I'm popping my current gen cherry with this very console, I thought I would share with you my top 10 games I can't wait to play right now on my new Xbone. Number 1, For Honor. Holy does this game look f***ing beast. Number 2, Shadow of Mordor. Drakes, trolls, and cleaving off heads, baby. Number 3, Shadow Warrior 2. A Quentin Tarantino wet dream. Number 4, Overwatch. Thank you for the cosplay boobs. Oh yeah. Number 5, Battlefield 1. Pull trigger, go boom, enough said. Number 6, Tekken 7. Hoorangatang and company kicks your face off. Number 7, Wolfenstein the New Order, a batter-dipped Nazi fish fry with all the trimmings. Number 8, Dying Light, because Michael Jackson's Thriller needed a video game. Number 9, Dark Souls 3, because f*** my life, that's why. And number 10, Mad Max the Road Rage Murder Simulator. So Santa Claus, if you're watching, I live in Independence, Missouri. No wait, Santa Claus doesn't exist. Right, I guess I'm gonna have to pay for this myself. Yippee! So anyways, those are some of the games that I'm going to be playing here in the near future, and if you would like to hang out with me and chat while I play some of these games, you can do so right here on YouTube or over on my Twitch page, twitch.tv/NeonIguana Gaming. I will be live streaming in the late evenings, so stop in and chat me up if you see me live. So next up is something that's been bugging me as a lover of the gothic horror genre and Vampire the Masquerade. What the f*** is going on in the digital scope of the Vampire the Masquerade franchise? First of all, you got the original series of books, Vampire the Masquerade. These books are the roots of the franchise. They are the very essence of vampiric horror for many a vampire fan, and the books are still produced to this day. Then you got the phenomenal Vampire the Masquerade's Bloodline game made by Activision. This game was the Half-Life of the horror game genre for its time. Next, we got teased with a failed MMO that had enough hype and took enough time to become a game, and then they flushed it down the toilet. And this brings us to now, where there's nothing currently in development and nothing currently planned for the foreseeable future. Now, White Wolf, the company that owns the rights to the Vampire the Masquerade franchise, has been passed around like a used-up prison whore for the last decade. No company seems to actually want to produce digital games for the franchise, yet there are still legions of hungry fans out there. Someone needs to wise up and nail White Wolf down so we can get our damn Vampire the Masquerade video game already. Seriously, it's f***ing pathetic. Bloodlines was an amazing game and it needs a proper sequel. Okay, so now with my bitching and complaining out of the way, I can shed some light on some games that will be coming out soon, some real gems that look so badass you might just have to order pizza for the next few months because you're not going to want to leave your mom's basement. Firstly, there's the slasher horror PC game Last Year, a game that's nipping at the heels of the recently released Friday the 13th game, and fleshing out the whole crazed lunatic kills clueless teenager genre, along with other titles like Dead by Daylight. In all seriousness though, this game looks a whole lot like Friday the 13th. You play as either one of 4 teenagers on a team, or as one of the 3 killers in the game. You can teleport as the killer, you can lay traps. I'm not going to call this game an all-out rip-off of Friday the 13th yet, mostly because of the genuine horrific atmosphere, stellar graphics, and clever game mechanics, but it certainly owes a lot to Friday the 13th in spirit. All you psychopaths can get your blood-soaked hands on the Last Year beta this August on PC. Next up is the clearly H.R. Giger-inspired game Scorn. If you were disappointed with the state of the Alien movie franchise, this will surely cheer you up. The trailer immerses you in a gloomy techno-organic atmosphere. The only way that I can really describe it is that it's kind of like being in a Tool music video. There's a clear attention to detail that doesn't go unnoticed, and everything seems very surreal and alien, right down to the weapons that are also very creepy and techno-organic inspired. If you love the gloomy atmospheric horror that can only be found in the depths of an H.R. Giger art book, then this will surely suit your palate quite nicely. You can get your creepy xenomorph claws on part 1 of this 2-part game sometime later this year. Continuing down the road now of atmospheric horror games, Agony is a game that will be taking you to the dark and fiery depths of hell. There is nothing sweet about this game. It has Hellraiser written all over it, and if hell was a real place, I suspect it would be a lot like what's found in Agony. Bodies are everywhere, bones are everywhere, demons are everywhere, structures in the world are made out of the sculpted flesh of the damned. The visuals are simply like nothing I've ever seen before. It's truly a breathtaking visual spectacle. If you love games like Dante's Inferno or Doom, you'll most certainly love this. It certainly has my full attention, and I can't wait to play it later this year when it releases for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Now, lightening things up a bit, but not straying too far away from those satanic flames, is the Xbox One and PC game Cuphead Don't Deal with the Devil. Now, this long-delayed game is set to finally be ready for release this year, and if I was any more excited than I am right now, Rachel Starr would have to be in the room covered in baby oil and grinding on my head like a cat in heat. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to say the least. The thought of being able to play in a 1930s-era cartoon really is a wonder to behold, and unlike anything I've ever seen. You can get your white-gloved Mickey mitts on this game in a couple of months when it releases this September 29th. So E3 just ended a couple of days ago, and I will spare you the need to drone endlessly about releases and news, but I will just say a few words about a couple of games that caught my eye, starting with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which is coming to the Xbox One. This is great news because consoles could really use a massive online competitive survival shooter. Very excited for this. Next there's Wolfenstein 2, which looks to be just as insane as the first one and crammed with tons of awesome over-the-top action. Then there's the crown jewel of the show, in my own personal opinion, which was Beyond Good and Evil 2, the trailer, which had me drooling like crazy. No gameplay yet, but that CG trailer was just insanely beautiful and shed light on what we might actually see in the game. If it plays anything like a GTA in space, as it's rumored to be, you can just take my money right now. Forget about it. Okay, so that wraps up all of the gaming news that I have for you today, and now closing out the show is a tradition that I will be doing every episode, a surprise sauce sampling. Now today's sauce is a hot sauce, and one on the very mild side of the Scoville scale, Tabasco brand habanero sauce, clocking it at only 8,000 Scoville. That's very mild. Let's check out this sauce and see what I think. Alright, so here I go. I got the Tabasco brand habanero sauce right here. I got some chicken strips that are nice and warm. And all I'm going to be doing now is just dousing them with a nice hefty coat of sauce in order to get the full flavor of the sauce and just telling you exactly how I think of it. So let's go ahead. Get a good spread of sauce there on these chicken strips. Oh yeah. That's going to be tasty. Gotta have a nice healthy dose of the Tabasco there. And it's not really that hot, so I'm not really scared at all. Eventually I'm going to get up to those very high Scoville thresholds, but until then, I'm going to go see how this flavor is. So anyways, here we go. Going to go ahead and snap a little bit off of here, this chicken strip, and go ahead and see, there's a lot on there. Get a nice little taste. Very good. You get the heat right up on the front end. The sauce is nice and sweet, so it's not bad at all, taste and flavor-wise. But the heat, it's just there in order to remind you that, yes, this is a hot sauce, but it's nothing that's going to hurt you. It just has a tiny little kick to it that just reminds you that it's a hot sauce. A very good hot sauce there. If you like habaneros, if you like a sweeter type of tangy sauce, then might try the Tabasco habanero sauce here. Very nice, good sauce. Go ahead and finish that up. Recommend that highly. Alright everybody, that does it for my very first episode of Awesome Sauce. If you liked the video, make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe right here to Neon Iguana. I do all sorts of stuff here on Neon Iguana in addition to Awesome Sauce, like puppets and music and cartoons and food tastings and so on. So if you'd like to see more of that kind of stuff, make sure that you subscribe. Also, for all of you Twitch users out there, follow me at twitch.tv/Neon Iguana Gaming. I game in the late evenings and we'll have more definite gaming time schedule here in the near future. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time.